7, 8 games, the way he's played and come alive. BA said he may not practice at all. He's a game time decision. When you're building a game plan, you know what AB can do, but how difficult is that to not know you're going to have that piece and who sort of fills that role? Is it Scotty? Is it Tyler? What do you do there?
Well, it all depends on what role I need him to do on that specific play. Obviously, we would love to have him. He'll be a game time decision. The good thing is I know him well enough to know if he is healthy, I can put him in position and put him in spots to have success. So we'll just have to see. It's not really difficult because I got an idea. If it would have just came upon us the day of the game, I got all week to really think through all those different type of things that may happen. Is he going to play? Is he ain't going to play? He'll be a game time decision. We'll be ready for whichever way it go.
Go to Greg Allman.
Byron, as you look to Sunday, I look back at 2004, second-year quarterback from Jacksonville goes up to Lambeau, gets a win on the road. What are your memories of playing there? What makes it unique among the stadiums you've been to?
I knew it was, it's really, when you think of it, it's the mecca of football, right? You really think of one of the meccas of football. It's like the Garden in basketball. I guess it's like Wrigley Field and all those in baseball. It's a beautiful place to play the game of football. Beautiful facility just from being inside it, just the way that it look, all the names that's hanging, on the walls there. It's a beautiful thing. So it's a great place to play the game of football. It's some of us call it the mecca of where football from a football standpoint, but it's a beautiful place to play. It's football. It's the old school football, what football's all about.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Byron, obviously you're focused this week on your offense and going up against that defense, but you're also a fan of quarterback play, and these are two of the greatest to ever do it. Can you just speak to the significance of having Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, both going to be playing in the same league championship game?
Well, the crazy thing, most of the time when you get to championship games, it's these type of guys that are playing in them, right? Mm-hmm. It's hard to get here. The quarterback has so much to do with getting to these type of games. So really, when NFC championships, you really have two really good quarterbacks playing at a high level. And that's probably why both teams are there playing in that game. So obviously these are two of the greats, two of the best to ever do it. We're just getting ready though. We're just really getting ready, trying to prepare ourselves to get ready for a tough defense. Defense that got a lot of really good players on it. Defense that's been playing lights out. So we're just trying to do what we can to prepare ourselves this week to get ready to play Sunday.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Byron, speaking of their defense, what about their defense has evolved or changed significantly since the last time you played them?
They're playing, they're getting turnovers, they're getting to the quarterback, they're stingy, they're not giving up a lot of points. So they're playing at a high level. They're playing at a high levels. They got players on all three levels of their defense. They got really good players. So, and obviously they got a good offense. So we got a good football team we got to get ready for. That's why we're preparing as hard as we're preparing right now and getting ready, trying to find a way to win the game on Sunday.
We'll go to James Palmer.
Byron, Tom talks a lot about using every minute of the week for you guys to prepare. Could you run us through what Saturday and Sunday morning is like between you two?
A lot of communication, talking about every different scenario, every different situation that can come upon us. We're just trying to make sure we, dot our I's and cross our T's where nothing surprises us. So we're at the end of the year now. We've always done this, but it was a little different early in the year because it was the first time we were doing it together. Now I think we know each other pretty well. So we just try to make sure we got everything taken care of, all the different situations that may come about. Whatever time is needed for that, we try to put that in and make sure we get that done.
We'll go over to Ben Volen.
Hey, Byron. With Tom Brady, where do you think he's had the biggest impact on this team this year?
I think leadership and his ability to to get his team in these type of games. He's been in a lot of these games, as we all notice. He's played in a lot of these championship games. And it starts really with his leadership from day one. Leadership from day one, making sure everybody understand the importance of why we do everything day in and day out to give ourselves an opportunity to be in these type of moments. So I just think the leadership that he brings to our team, the awareness that he have from being in these moments, being in these situations, is something that we benefited from greatly.
Okay, we have time for one more. We're going to go to Rick Stroud.
Byron, we've talked a lot about Gronk. I'm just curious, what's the best thing about having him this time of year? And are you surprised at all that the big guy hasn't worn down after 20 weeks of football?
No, I never really expected him to wear down. He takes good care of his body. I mean, who are we kidding, right? Anytime you have Gronk in the huddle, it's a plus for your team. And like I tell you guys, his personality, the energy that he brings to us, the joy that he have with this game of football is a unique thing. Very few players, I tell you guys, very few players or very few human beings has this outlook on life and football. So he's a unique guy. He's a special guy. He's another guy that's been in a lot of these situations, a lot of these different scenarios. And I think it's good for us to have as many of those type guys in the huddle as possible. So Gronk's a special, unique guy. Obviously, he is who he is from a tight end standpoint and what he's done in this league. So I'm happy to have him in my huddle.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Byron.
All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.